Hey guys, it's Deb here with Creative Life, and today is going to be our first tutorial that we're going to use the BeeBee Craft items that I got from their shop. And I made this little turtle using these PVC, they're called the PH Panda Hall PVC holographic clear film. Okay, and they're an iridescent mirror, and I just thought that these would be super cute using this turtle die set. So I thought it would be super cute. So I did one already, and I'm going to show you that this stuff cuts out like butter, you guys. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. So I made one green one, right? And I'm going to go ahead and make a pink one. So I'm going to go ahead and take the pink one. I want to show you how this stuff cuts so awesome. So I made another little one over here too, but I'm going to put that over to the side, and I'm going to cut this. Now, to use this, you could just use regular scissors, and you can just go ahead and cut it just like that. I told you it cuts really super easy. So awesome. So, okay, so to do this, what you're going to do is we are going to go ahead and bring this over. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab my little turtle. Okay, and I'm going to use this guy here. Okay. Now, you don't need the border unless you want to, but I'm just using basically the turtle die. Okay, I'm not going to stamp anything like that. I'm just going to go ahead and put that over it like that. Actually gonna, before I do this, I'm gonna go ahead and take the film off. Okay, so I'm gonna take the film off of the front and the back of this. Okay, so there is that. Alrighty, so the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go ahead and turn this over, and I'm just gonna go ahead and cut this. Okay, just like this. Okay, so this one popped out all of his little pieces, okay? And I kept all of my little pieces in there, okay? So you could just go ahead, bring him over here. So grab all your little pieces. You want all to keep all of those pieces because those are going to be part of your little turtle. I'm going to stick all those right there, just like that. All right. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut him out. Okay, so for this part, I'm going to cut a light green cardstock and a dark green cardstock for the turtle. You don't have to sieve the inside pieces. Okay, so here is where we're going to need our pieces. So I'm actually going to set this guy on top here. Okay, I'm going to cut his feet off, and this is one of the I love this die because you can cut off, you can paper piece so easy. So you're going to go ahead and cut that off just like that. Okay, and it's up to you. You can either cut the little head off, or you could just glue this piece on there. It doesn't really matter. So you're going to glue that on just like that. Okay, and you'll need a little wipey. Okay. All right, so for this piece here, what we're going to do is we are just going to go ahead and you're going to grab the back of this and put your glue on. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead and place your little other pieces on the edge of his, where his feet are and his little head. So you're just going to cut the feet off again. And I'm going to go ahead and cut his little head off, and I'm just going to stick. And before I put him on here, I am going to go ahead and grab some of my pear tart, and I'm just going to go around his head very lightly. Isn't that cute? Oh my gosh, he is going to be super cute, you guys. And it's going to show off these little holographic pieces. So what we're going to do next is we're going to place the pieces on here, okay? And what I want to do is I want to grab a backing on this, okay? So to do that, we're going to put together our card. Okay, so there is our card. And so I'm going to go ahead and bring this in closer so you all can see. Okay, and I'm just going to grab my little guy here and I'm going to stick him right here. Okay, actually, you know what? I might put him here. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue behind him. And I'm just going to go ahead and stick him right there, just like that. Okay, and then I'm going to grab my little holographic pieces and I'm going to fit them into my space here. So I'm actually going to put glue right in my areas here, okay, where it's opened, to fit them inside. Okay, so you're going to go ahead and keep piecing the little film pieces onto your turtle, and then I'm going to finish this up and we're going to move on to the next step of our card. So the next thing I want to show you is we're going to be making some little flowers, and I grabbed the green, okay, and I'm just going to set my leaves on here, and these are dies, and I'm just going to put my leaves right up here. And I'm just going to crank this through. So I really like how this cuts out the dies. Look at how simple and easy that is. They just come right out of there. And then you can just go ahead and poke these right out. Just like that. So there's some leaves, and then we're going to go ahead and do some flowers. So I'm going to go ahead. And then, of course, you still have the film on there, so you can actually roll this back, and the film will start popping up. So you can take that film off of there, okay? So go ahead and do that. And you can hear it crackle. So there we go. So there is, the film is off. So there you go. So there's your little flowers. So these are pretty easy to maneuver once you know you have the film off of them. And again, to take that film off, you can either do it before you die cut or after you die cut. You can also use your punches with these. It is a little thick, but you can use your punches. So let me go ahead and I'll show you how to do that. So to use your punch, you're just going to grab your whatever punch you have. Now these ones didn't work as well, but this one seemed to work pretty good. So before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to remove the film off of this. Okay, just like that. We can cut this down. Okay. And I'm just going to stick the flower in there, or the I'm going to stick the iridescent film inside of the punch. Okay, and I'm just going to go ahead and punch down. Okay, and there we go. So there is your flower. Now, see how it's kind of, it's not really stuck in there, but the little, because it's thick, the little plastic part is a little bit stuck in there. So I'm just going to go ahead and wiggle that out. Okay, so there we go. And then there's your flower. So you can definitely use your punches with those and your dies. Okay, so that is so cool. So okay, so these also react to heat. Okay, now I'm not, because these are the flowers, I'm not going to it's not like Shrink-a-Dink where you can shrink it and then unfold it. These will actually melt, but you can heat them up a little bit to kind of get them how you want them. So I'm just going to go ahead and share with you how to do one of these. Okay, and I'm just going to bring this over and I'm going to go ahead and heat it up. Okay, all right, so you can see how it's kind of already, this one here, whoops, this one here kind of has more rounded edge than the others, and that's how you can heat up your flowers. Okay, and so I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to try to finish up. And you don't want to leave it on there for too long because it will start to melt. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that one. So I just wanted to show you, it is really, it's hot. So, but this can make your flowers look super cute. So I'm just going to go ahead and set that on top of this one, just like that. Okay. So for this to stick, what I'm going to use is I'm just going to use, I'm going to use glue. So I am going to get out my glue gun. Okay, so now that we've cut our flowers, and now we're going to go ahead and stick them on together. And to do that, I'm going to go ahead, and I think I might go ahead and just stick this little one here, and this one, maybe. Yeah, I'll just stick the little ones together. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stick a dot of glue right here. Since these are like a plastic film, okay, they will stick together. All right, just like that. Okay, just like that. And I'm just going to use a wooden dowel, or you could use your bone folder to go ahead and put these together, just like that. Okay, so that's how those are going to look, and then I'm going to do that here. Okay, so once we adhere our flowers together, I'm going to go ahead and take a little poker, okay, and I think this is what we used to have way back in the day when we used to do the eyelets and stuff for cards. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit more for y'all, okay, so you can see what I'm doing. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and just poke a hole right in the center of that flower. Okay, just like that. Okay, so now you've got a little hole there. Okay, you are going to need a small piece of wire, and then I'm going to go ahead and fold these in half. Hold this part up with my finger, put this wire through here, okay, and I'm going to bend it down, okay, and then you're going to go ahead and stick that wire through that hole that we made, okay, and you're just going to pull your stamens through, just like that, okay. So that's how you're going to do that. And and then once you have them there like that, you can make your flower fold up if you want to, but I'm going to lay this flat down on the card. So I'm just going to go ahead and leave my stamens, and I'm going to press them down a little bit just to make them look a little natural. Okay, just like that. Okay. All right, so just like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place some glue right on this part right here, right on this back part. Okay, around that hole. Okay. Just like that. Once that little bit of glue dries on there, you're going to cut your stamens, okay? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to cut these, okay, just like that, okay? And then you're going to go ahead to lay this flat, you're going to go ahead and separate them just like this, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to place some glue here, okay? And you don't need a lot of glue, just a little bit. Grab two of the stamens, lay them over on top of that glue, okay, just like that, okay. Separate the rest of the bottom part of the stamens, okay, and I'm going to go ahead and add some glue on the other side here, and I'm going to go ahead and just force those to lay down, just like that, okay. So there we go. So there you go. So there is your cute little flower. So there is one of our flowers. So we're just going to go ahead and lay him right there, just like that. Okay. So that's going to go there. And you can either hot glue this on, or you can use your glue dots. Okay. And I'm just going to use a few of my glue dots. So I'm just going to and stick that right there in the corner. Okay, and then okay, so here I'm grabbing another group of stamens, putting that wire through and twisting it a little bit. You don't have to twist it. As long as you can get that through the hole with the stamens attached, that's fine, because you're going to cut that off anyway. So you're just going to pull your stamens through your flower. Okay, so once you have your stamens where you want them, okay, you can definitely go ahead and you can cut the back of this now, okay? So you're just going to go ahead and cut that off, okay, which leaves this long piece right here, okay? And here again, we're just going to grab our hot glue gun, and we're going to go ahead and just separate your strings, okay? So you can go ahead and just separate your strings, okay, just like this. All right, just like we did with our other ones, okay? And you're going to go ahead and just add a little bit of glue down, so that way it's separated. Whoops, and I added a lot of glue down. That's okay. All right, so just go ahead and lay your stamens down. Okay. And then same thing on this side over here. You're going to go ahead and just add a little bit of glue. Lay your stamens over that glue. Okay, the end of the stamens, I should say. Okay, just like that. And I know that don't look pretty, but nobody's going to see it, so. So, and then you can cut off the parts that aren't glued down. So you can definitely just go back in there, cut that off. Okay, and there you go. So if you see your strings on the other side, like I see this little one right here, I'm going to go back in and I'm just going to grab that and I'm just going to cut that off. Okay, so there we go. So again, you can either hot glue this on or you can use your little glue dots. And I'm just going to go ahead and glue this on. I'm just going to sit that right there, just like that, next to my other one. And now I can go ahead and add my leaves. Okay, so there is that. And so the only thing we have left is our little sentiment. And okay, so for this next part, for my sentiment, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp my sentiment on a separate piece of paper. So there is our finished card, and I just think it turned out super cute. I love how this film is so versatile, that you can stamp with it, you can dye and use your punches with this film. So I really think it's super awesome, and what a beautiful embellishments it makes, right? So how pretty is that? So I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope that you guys found it inspirational. Check out BeeBee's Craft Store, and I will put the link to the items that I used in this tutorial down below. Thank you so much, and have a great day. Bye.